get blocked. All right, that's enough intro. Facts. Let's just start the video. I don't know how to smoothly segue this, so straight into it, we're talking about defense. Alright, so Pete, first things first, we're going to ensure we know who we're going up against. This guy is a sharpshooting, athletic finisher. So right away, you look at this, whatever comes last is basically what their primary is. So he's really an athletic finisher that can do some sharpshooting. But I already know I can't let him get to the rim because of that athletic finisher aspect of him. You can shoot, but I'm not really worried about that because that's the secondary. A good hand to the face should negate all that deep threat stuff, sharpshooter stuff was allow him to do. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I noticed when we do archetype in this game, the primary is really what we have to worry about. The secondary is really just something they could do a little bit above average and everybody else that doesn't have that as their primary or secondary. So to me, the secondary doesn't really worry me. I'm not going to spend too much time worrying about that. I just need to make sure that I kind of take note of what it is. In this case, a sharpshooter, make sure I'm guarding him with a hand in his face all the time. Not all the time will I need to do that because it's a secondary. He's not going to be perfect at it. He's going to be a little bit above average. So, all right, so also he's also a big guy. This guy is playing small forward. Look at his weight. Look at his height. He's too heavy. So even if he was going to be good at sharpshooting, he's not making any space for himself. I don't really understand what he's doing here with this build, but he's not gonna make any space for himself. He's relatively slow. I'm not the fastest character, but I'm pretty sure I got enough speed and animations will allow me to keep up with this guy. So yeah, speed is not an option thing. So to me, I'm not really worried about. And overall, we're not even gonna look at that because unless you're 99, we're not even worried about what you overall is. So yeah, it's gonna be an easy day for us. Just a side note, man. I'm not knocking this guy's build. In this case, I don't really understand what you're going to do with that. At small forward position, he's probably a power forward playing a smaller position. But even then, I still kind of don't really get it. However, it could be a really good build given the right team. I don't know. But it's not me knocking it. I just don't want you guys to think I'm knocking anything here. I just got to exploit weaknesses, man. When I see something and I'm going up against it, I want to win. It's me versus you. He should be doing the same thing. Whatever weaknesses he has, I need to exploit. And I need to premeditate what it is that's going to happen in this game before I even start it. That's how I get ahead of the curve. That's what any competition, and actually, boxers do that. Real basketball players do that. It's any competition. You just know what you're going up against. That's why they give you this at the start at the beginning, to show you what you're going up against so you can already think about what it is is happening. Don't let them give you information, you just walk away with it. You got to know. And this kind of information, you kind of try to tell your teammates, because if you end up switching with the power forward on your team, he kind of has to have some kind of idea of what he's dealing with, you know? Anybody paying attention on the court will know who's doing what, but it's way easier to let them know, especially if a switch happens in mid-game. You want to let everybody know, hey, this is what this guy is, this is what he's capable of. This is an early video for me. So I haven't really created a standard of how I do these videos. So what I'm gonna try to do, especially during this one, starting off, let's just skip important parts. I'm gonna skip to the important parts. I'm just gonna parts of what I'm talking to you about today. I'm talking about defense. So if I'm talking about defense, there's no sense of showing you all these games or even a fast forward montage of all of this. I'm just gonna show you the actual defensive plays. Now you peep this right here. Now this is defensive, and I'm really showing you this to kind of like point out some mechanics here. But it's fast break for them. This guy has the rock. He's not my man's, but it's a fast break. You're just trying to get in front of people till everybody gets on the court. But if you look at my little arrow, my man's is on his way. There's three people. You can actually see the top of my pause, my man's head. He's on his way down. And I got my shooting guard, I think. I don't really know. It's a random, I don't know. He's there. It's basically 3v3. If you really look at the screen right, where it's frozen at. Now, he can make any pass. Me, I'll make that outside pass if it was me. Because my man's just coming down the middle. I don't really trust him as much as I trust the ball outside. This play is kind of some way defeated. I'd rather go outside than inside just cause, you know, it just makes sense. But I want you to see what happens here. I just want you to see the mechanics of what goes on. I can't tell if y'all caught that, so I'm gonna play this a couple times and re-loop it, but and I'm gonna play slow-mo too. But we all saw that, right? He passed to the inside and he lost the ball. The dude that I'm supposed to be guarding got the pass on the inside and he lost the ball. I pressure the outside man's, he makes a good pass to the inside. He gets to get rid of the ball because I'm here. Bruiser probably came on. He probably lost a lot of stamina. So he's probably like, oh, let me get this ball off to the next guy, which is smart, but he gives it to him. He gives it to this man's. Now I slow it down for you. See that he catches the ball and he automatically loses it. Couple reasons I theorize why. And this is why I make these videos, because it's just kind of like I see this happen all the time. I'm gonna show you a couple of examples of it, but this is what I theorize. See, I gotta go with what I do know. And what I do know is that the guy that made him lose the ball was not fully paying attention to what was going on. This guy is in the middle. His face, he's not even facing the defender, the guy with the ball, without. He was still like kind of like confused and disoriented. I mean, he kind of knew what was going on, but he didn't make a play for the ball. What happened is he passed it to the small forward on the other team who caught it, but he caught it trying to go past this guy who's not moving. He's there. He's in the way. And this is what I gotta commend 2K for, because in 2K17, you can make that pass all day and he was catching that ball. But now we're actually using real life physics. He can't just walk through somebody and catch a pass. Pass literally bumps over his head. Not only that, but what did I tell you earlier? This guy's what? A sharpshooter, athletic finisher. None of those parts have any type of handling. He's not going to have any ball handling. So his character by default is going to have pretty low playmaking or ball handling in this game. Therefore, his heart don't beat like that. He shouldn't be receiving passes like that. And that's why he loses it and we get the rock. Alright, man, this is my second example. I try not to bore you guys with too many. Right after this golden brick laid, brought to you by this guy, you have another example of some guy just doing the exact same thing. Now, I don't fully know what this guy's thinking. If you just watch it, he kind of just runs into like us, our teammates, who are way bigger than him, and tries to pass the ball out. Thank God 2K is punishing this kind of horrible style of playing, because people in 2K17 used to be able to just run anywhere you want, pass it to anybody you want, no matter who's in front, who can intercept what, no matter how smart you were. But now it's not even, you don't even have to do nothing. You just have to wait till the other team is just dumb enough to do something physically stupid. It's just physically stupid. Like, why would you try that? Why would you just run into this guy? I'm not trying to like diss anybody. Anyway, point being, these colliders are allowing us to literally have the ability to stop things just by being physically present, which is great. Alright, third and last example, man. Let me just show you this example that I'm gonna wrap up where I'm getting with this. Right after this brick, we got another example of the exact same thing, real quick. This guy is just a big man sticking D. He looks like he's just pressing LT. He got his hips low, pause, sticking that D, pause, and really he's just physically in front of this guy. If you look at his arms, he's not stretching, he's not reaching, he's not mashing X. He's just literally pressing LT, and he's in front of him. And this guy again, poor small forward. This guy is getting a pass again, and look, he just loses the ball, and we get it now. And I mean, he's been the butt of this whole video damn near almost, but I'm sorry, man. Like, look, you gotta see this. People need to start being very wary where they're passing the ball. But on the defensive aspect, which we're focusing on in this video, that's what's getting us these turnovers. That's what's getting us the ball. Just our physical appearance in front of these guys. What we learned at the end of this, let's wrap it up. From what I can see is just basically stay in front of your mans. Pause. You stay in front of the guy you're guarding and you put that pressure, you're more than likely going to pop that ball out if somebody tries to pass it to him, especially in a position that this guy keeps ending up in. That's all it really is. Just staying in front of the guy. That'll cause so much damage. I know it sounds stupid, but hey, I'm proving it to you. I know sometimes we get into playing 2K and then we just like want to score, want to dunk on somebody, but hey, we could open up those opportunities to do so by playing good defense. And that's why I wanted to start off with defense when I started doing this little tutorial thing. This is just part one, so I'm gonna come on part two, probably the day of tomorrow, I don't know. I'll figure it out later. But yeah, take away that lesson. Stay in front of your mans. Yo, good looking on watching the video. Now exit out before I ask you to like, comment, and subscribe.